What's up, Roulette Fools? Brent with AOB. You know, it's been a hot minute since we got back on track with our low bankroll challenge here. So we're going to do it today. And this was our $10 to 10,000 challenge. I think we've had 19 sessions so far. Let's take a look at where we're at. So yeah, you can see we left off with 149.16. That was our balance to start right here. 149.16. We got a $5 bet in here. Basically, what we have here is 5 double streets, but tweaked to take big advantage of the French table. So we'll see how it goes here. There we go. So we're looking at right now, remember, we're only shooting for 3, maybe somewhere between 3 and 5%. So looking at that 150, right? Let's just round this up to 150. Then if we're looking for 10%, we're looking at 15. 5%, we're looking at 7.5, 3%. Let's just say we're going to go for $5. So our target right now is between 5 and 750 for this session right here, and we're going to definitely time box it at 15 minutes, regardless. So that's what I'm going to start doing from now on. Is we're going to time box this for 15 minutes and end, because I have found since I started time boxing my play into 15-minute increments, not only am I way less stressed about things, I mean, it's becoming fun again to play because I'm not so focused on a dollar amount that I have to get. I'm more just focused going, I'm going to play for 15 minutes. What it is what it is, right? And obviously, if I get to 15 minutes and I'm down a little bit and I'm in the midst of my progressions, my recovery, I stick with it, you know, but insofar as the rest of it, we're going. So now we are right here. We're at a $5 bet, and at $150 bankroll, this is pushing it right here. This is pushing it. We don't have a ton of progressions with this. So this is 5 double streets. We have a $5 bet down. The only thing that's different insofar as payouts is this 0. So you can see here, the passe line, that's 3 units. That covers the 1, 2, that covers the 3 double streets from 19 to 36, okay? That covers those. Then we have 1 unit on the 10 to 13. That leaves 1 double street available. All right, and we just lost. So we're gonna double it up here. So that leaves 1 double street available. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna split our bet. You can see right now we have 2 units. So we have $6 here, $2, right? They're $2 per double street. We're splitting it so it's $1 on a single street and $1 on the 0, 2, 3, which essentially is a street. You're covering 3 numbers. The difference is when it hits the 0, we're also getting 50% back of the passe line. So we're getting $3 back on this. Oh my goodness. This dealer, I swear. All right, here we go. We're all the way up to $20. If we lose this, we stop. I'm not willing to lose more in this. We would go down to 90, $97. We're not going to keep chasing this. Let's see if we can get up. I'm not a huge fan of these Prague tables at all, but they've got the lower denomination of 10 cents and stuff. So it's easier to build some bets when we're talking about low bankroll. I don't know. There's something about these Prague tables that I don't do well, and they just bug me. They just bug me. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got that one. I mean, I feel like when they start hitting in a section, these wheels just start hitting. And it's not just this dealer. I feel like it's all the Prague. Like something with their wheels are balanced in such a way that they just start hitting. Now you can take that to your advantage. I got to stop being stubborn. And I do have a high version. We can flip this around. So if she hits low again, I will probably flip it around. So we're covering the high, the whole low section 1 through 18. And then we'll have the 2 more double streets or 12 numbers that we'll cover on the high pieces here. So let's see if we can get lucky and get a couple wins. I was having a feeling that things were going a little too easy just now. So I was like, man, we're winning this. We're going to be at our $5 or $7 here before we know it. So we're at 5 minutes. If you take a look at the clock, I've also reorganized the screen. So you notice I wanted to give you as much screen real estate as possible to see the table. So I've moved everything above me and narrowed down this sidebar and expanded the table as much. I had to kind of crop the table in order to fit the aspect ratios, but all right, there we go. Okay, we're back to even. What I'm going to do is we're not going to press it. We're going to go, I'm going to go back down. We had lost 2 in a row. We were at a $20 bet. I'm going to step it down to a $10 bet, which is kind of risky. If depending on how conservative you want to play, you're at even, Steven. Maybe you just consider wiping the graph and starting all over right now, right? You don't have to recover to previous balance, especially if you're at even, Steven here. And it felt like that was tough sledding early on, or it is, just walk away. Come back when it's another dealer. All right, there we go. So that will help us get back up. There we got $2. We are going to go back down to base bet. And now what we're going to do is we're going to slide through the other bets now. I've got 3 main bets in here, strategies that I want to play. This one's the 5 double streets. We're going to go over to my current favorite, which is 9 streets. Again, it's been configured to take advantage of the 0 on the French table. And then we're going to go to CYA. And then we might play a little Mixie Mouse at the very end here. Depends on where we're at. So let's see how well we do. That's not good. 1 is no bueno. All right. Let's double our bet here and see if we can get back into it. We're going. Like I said, I feel like I'm going to switch to high here. That 30 probably would have whacked us, but I just feel like she's starting to hit this lower section a lot. So if she hits down here one more time, we're going to switch over to the high version, and it still takes advantage of the 0. I'll show you the layout on that one. All right, 30. Okay, well, she hit 30 last time. Look at this. 30, 13, 1, 30. So we'll stay right here unless she hits down one more low. Oftentimes, right, like on my 9 street, and I need to start doing this with my 5 double streets, 2 losses before recovery, and I flip ends. And that's exactly what I do with my 9 streets, which we're going to move to after we recover here. We're going to slide over to 9 streets. That thing has been printing for me. And I've been running, it's the only strategy I have left that I've run on clever bets for long periods of time. Oh my God. This dealer, we just look at this. We're covering. Don't even get me started. All right. All right, we're up to $20. I mean, I don't know. I need to go over to the Evo tables. I just don't know what it is about these dealers. And the table. I don't even think it's the dealers. It's the table. It's the table. At least that's what I'm going to say, right? I'm going to blame my incompetence on the table because that's what it is. I've been really stubborn. I should have been switching a long time ago. Although the 30s, we would have lost on the 30s as well. Yes, there's a 0. That helps us out a little bit. All right, that's $20. No, that doesn't help us. I got my ratios all screwed up here. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we're going to get rid of that. Dang it. That's what I get for being a yo-yo. All right, we're going to go to $15. I'm going to take us back up to $20. Oh, too late. If we had hit there when I was on this one for sure has the right ratios. I don't know what I got wrong here. 3, 4, oh yeah, 1, 4, 5, 2. No, that seems like it should have gotten the right ratios. Oh, there's our 0 though. We get a 0 there. Look at that. Boom, up, all the way up. All right, so that French 5, I had to go back and revisit that. All right, here we go. Oh, actually, it's not on the high because the way the numbers work. I had to split it up. So the 0 basically becomes a break even, whereas the 27 and 26 become a little bit of a banger number on this one on high. So unfortunately, 0 didn't give it to us there, but never mind. That is, I do have the ratios done right. So let's see if we can get back even here. All right, there we go. And I was afraid I was going to hit 9 there. What did it hit? 22? Okay, so we're gonna go, that's $5. All right, we're gonna go 10. We're gonna go back up to 20 because we're down $2. So let's see if we can make some tracks. We're at 10 minutes. And again, at this $20 level, our balance is still 127. So I'm still feeling really good about this. Our balance, what did we start out today? We started out with a balance of, oh my gosh, this dealer. All right, we're up to $40 bet. And let me see, what did we start out with today? We started out with a balance of 145.66. All right, that's what we started out. We started with a balance of 149.16. So we're down 22. We're not doing well at all here. We're not doing well at all. I mean, she keeps finding these little holes right in here. I need to switch over to 9 streets, but let's see if we can get lucky here and get out of this. And you don't even, you know what? I'm being stupid here. I don't even have to wait that long. You don't have to recover before doing it, but she's hitting some end ones. I think, let's go take a 9 street. If we win this one, I might switch over to Centipede 1, Centipede 4, flipping back and forth every 2 losses. I think that would probably do better for us. Yes, we would lose on the 30s, all the 30s. Anything above 28, we lose if we're on that end. Okay, so good thing we didn't switch yet because we're still there. Let's see if we get one more win. Good thing I didn't switch ends because those would have been 2 losses in a row right there. So, oh well. And here we're coming up on 15 minutes, and we're gonna do that. Wherever we're kind of staying at here at 15 minutes, we're walking away. Unless we happen, like right now, if we're still in the recovery mode, and it looks like we're doing okay, I'll get us back into recovery mode. And definitely I'm being on the risky side, leaving this bet up at 40. Luckily it's working out for us so far. All right, we're at $1.90. Whew. All right, here we go. We're gonna go with Centipede 1. So what we're doing here is we're covering 1 through 18 with this bet here, and that's covering 6 of the 9 streets we need to cover. Then this one is 7 of 9, 8 of the 9, and then we have 3 numbers, which equals another street. That's the 9th street. But I took one off the number and I put it on 0. That makes 0 a banger because we win on the 0, same as every other number, but we also get half back here. So let's see what happens. All right. There's a win. And we're going to switch two losses before recovery, and we switch sides. And this one has been doing so well for me. And I like waiting for 2 losses before I flip. Certainly, you can follow the winner every single time you lose, switch to the other side, or you can go, wait till 3, 4, 5. I found that 2 for me has been kind of the sweet spot because it avoids that chop one after another where it's just hitting in the ends. I feel like statistically this doesn't matter. I know the wheel has no memory, but I just feel like in my experience it does better if I wait. All right, here we go. So this is a $5.40. This is a $5.40 bet, and versus a $5 bet. The difference is this is paying a 3-to-1 on our basically on our unit. So we have 60-cent street. So this is paying $1.80 with a $5.40 bet versus $1 on a $5 bet when we have the 5 double streets. We're giving up 3 numbers on this one. So we're covering less. This is covering 27 numbers, but we're already here. So we're going to play just a little bit more. There we go. We're at 730 here, and I'm going to move down and we're going to go to CYA. Now, CYA, you pick the first, second, or third columns, right? You're going to put 9 non-overlapping units on these 9 corners, and you can slide it down to cover the 1, 5. You can go, but they have to be consecutive. And then the open dozen. Oh, I even got that screwed up right there. We need to edit that. This has to go right here. All right, luckily we won. Okay, we're at the 550. There. That's a partial loss, excuse me. We're going to double it. Darn you. All right, we're at the double it. And I'm just showing you this because I want to show you different things here. Now, this one is not taking advantage of the French zero Le Partage whatsoever. I just kind of threw it in there as I was thinking about which strategies I was going to play and going, you know, we haven't really played or we haven't played or shown CYA in quite a while. Let's just throw it in here. But if you can, definitely, oh my gosh. Wow. This dealer. Now, one change I made to it, which was actually a long time ago, a suggestion by Scouse House, was add an extra unit up here. Normally, you're putting 1 unit on these 9s, then you're putting 5. If you hit the third column, you win 1 unit. In here, you're winning 4 units on the inside numbers, and on these out here, I believe you're losing 3 units. By putting an extra unit up here, we're making 2 units up here, and we're making 3 units. It sort of evens it out a little bit more, and I kind of like that idea. All right, there we go. There's a hit for us. Boom, 550. Now, where are we at here? $18. I'm not going to risk the $18 again. I'm going to come back down there. We're at 16 minutes. So we're just going to call it quits right there. We're at 16 minutes. I didn't do a great job of paying attention. So let's put that into our chart here. Let me pull it up on screen so you can see it. Our balance is ended up at 154.66. So we're going to put that in here, 154.66. And that gives us our 550. And our new balance is 155. So we didn't hit our 5%, but we're right in that 3% range, which is okay. That's actually a good range. The 3% is sort of where I'm targeting. And I really think that 3% to 5% is that sweet spot for longevity purposes, to be able to reach your goal and not rush into it. And I know from the chart that I made back, a bunch of people disagreed with that. I don't know if they felt like it was too conservative. Keeping in mind, that chart that I had made is for being very conservative, as trying to be as safe as possible. Okay. And that was actually the minimum safe numbers. All right, that's it. I'm going to try to throw one of these out here at least once to twice a week and get us cranking back on there and see what we can do, because I had a lot of people DMing me in our live stream today go, where's that low bankroll? We like following along with that to show that we can go from $10. I mean, we started with $10. We're at $155. Not bad, not bad at all. All right, that's it, folks. Be good humans, us against the casino, right? And don't forget, please be using disposable income. Don't be using money that you can't afford to lose, okay? Expect it, accept it. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.